Alright, so it is Wednesday, May 25th.
Camino Eve.
Camino Eve. It is about 9 o'clock. We're getting the rest of our packing all put together here. But today has been a little bit less than expected. So today we got to check in for our flights. And when we went to go do that, we couldn't check in for our flights, and we were like, oh crap, why can't we check in for our flight? Because we leave tomorrow morning at like 8:45. And in trying to check in, we realized that our airline tickets did not include carry-on bags. And so basically the reason that carry-on bags are really important is because we're fitting literally everything that we're gonna walk with into that one bag for Erin and then one bag for me. And so like everyone, like all the Camino advice is always like, take a carry-on, because if you check a bag and something, like even though it's unlikely, something happens to it, then you're just screwed, because everything that you need for the Camino is in your pack. And so you'd have to like find everything, find a new pack, like do the whole thing. And so we were like, all right, carry-on bag. But then we were told that we couldn't have a carry-on bag. And so this morning, Erin spent, what, like 3 hours?
Close to 3 hours.
3 hours on the phone with Expedia, Air Canada, and United, trying to figure out what went wrong and why we didn't have a carry-on bag. And the long story short is Expedia told us we had a carry-on bag, but through a series of connections through airlines and stuff, ultimately we didn't have a carry-on bag. And at the end of all of those phone calls, the conclusion was, well, you don't have a carry-on, but you do have a personal item. So when you check into your flight at the airport tomorrow, go up to the counter and see if they'll let you take your backpack as a personal item, even though it's too big. And if not, you'll have to check it. But the chances of your bag getting lost are highly unlikely, because it's one airline, like there's enough time in the layover, and of course someone saying that means that's definitely what's going to happen. But we're hoping that we get to bring the bags with us anyways, because they are backpacks, so we think that there's a chance that we might get through the check-in process with our bags anyways.
Which is reassuring, but I also feel like that was the airline equivalent of, did you turn it off and turn it back on again?
Right.
That being our solution.
So it was more of a frustrating day than we thought, because we were like, oh, we get to get up and have breakfast and just hang out and get the house cleaned and ready to go. And like we've got everything we need. And so we were not really stressed about today until it came 8:45 a.m. and we had to check in for our flights. So it was less than ideal, but hopefully tomorrow we'll be on a plane and none of it will matter anyways. So Erin is finishing packing up his bag. My bag's already packed, so I won't reopen it, but we have pretty much the same kind of stuff because we brought some things together. So it looks like kind of a lot spread out on the bed here, but it is really not. Most of this is just like packaging. So these are the towels. They're just microfiber towels that we're going to use for showering. They're really small, but they're absorbent, and you want it to be as light as possible. Earplugs are really important for the hostels, because you can be sleeping with like up to 100 other people kind of in bunk beds all in one room. So we've got earplugs. I don't know, Erin, what do you think?
This is going to be my clothes bag. So more or less you've got two outfits that you cycle. You wear one all day, you carry the other one in your bag, you sweat in this one, you arrive at your hostel, you take that outfit off and wash it and put your other outfit on, sleep in it, wake up, and then you hike in that outfit, and while your other one's washed and drying, and you just rinse and repeat, literally.
So how many pairs of shorts are you taking?
I'm going to bring 3. You would only need 2 bare minimum. I'm going to bring a 3rd pair of shorts in case something doesn't go as planned as far as washing, or one of my shorts gets ripped, because one of them I'm bringing is like a zippered one that I haven't worn very much. And so if one of those gets ripped or torn up or something like that, I've got a 2nd pair. Or if I want to have a cleaner pair to sleep in one night because I feel super gross, I can do that too.
Nice.
So I have those, underwear, socks, shirts. This is my bed, which is basically just a sleeping bag liner and an inflatable pillow. There's also an eye mask in here,
Nice.
just because you never know, lights and stuff like that with the hostels, what we're going to be dealing with.
Cool. And I think the only fun thing you have is a deck of cards.
Yeah.
And we do have a small New Testament Bible, but those are kind of the only non-essentials that we're bringing.
Yeah. Beyond that, passport, vaccine card, wallet, antigen test.
Just in case.
The COVID travel things. We've got our journal planning to bring. I need to grab a writing utensil. That's important. Can't do a lot of journaling without something to write with. And our little guidebook. This is the little itinerary. Kind of walks you through what you could do as far as a 30-ish day itinerary, which is pretty cool. So we won't follow this necessarily to a T, but it does give us an idea of where there's water spigots and food and where some of the albergues are along the way, which is really nice.
Nice.
And then beyond that, I mean, first aid, emergency drugs should Crohn's start to cause problems.
Lord willing, no.
Lord willing, no, inshallah. Got an extra bag here that I'm going to bring just in case one of those baggies pops open. Beyond that, that's pretty much all we got. Laundry, ways to hang our clothes up while we're drying throughout the day, and then just toiletries, toothpaste, toothbrush, deodorant, a little hook. Somebody recommended this and I really loved it. Is I'm going to have one of my little carrying guys be my bathroom, my like shower kit. And so all you got to do is, since the albergues don't have like bags or like shelves for the shower, you basically just take this. It's an old little shower hook, and then you can hang it literally anywhere. And I can have my bar of soap and my little towels and stuff all zipped up in here, and I can keep him off the ground without having to worry about.
It's the little things.
It's the little things, yeah.
All right, so we're gonna be headed off to bed here soon enough. We have to get up, and we have a friend picking us up to go to the airport at about 6:15 tomorrow morning. Our flight leaves at 8:45 a.m. Phoenix time. We go to Dulles first, and then we have about an hour and a half layover. We depart Dulles at 5:20, and then we wake up the next morning in Paris. It'll be about 7 a.m. that we land, and then our plans are to take a bus from the airport in Paris to central Paris, and then we have the train that we're taking to Bayonne, and then we have a series of trains and buses that then we take to Saint Jean. So by Friday evening, we should be in Saint Jean, which is where we start, and ready to go for hiking on Saturday morning. So hopefully all goes according to plan at the airport tomorrow.